Does your blood type determine if you get the coronavirus or not? One doctor explains why scientists could have made a mistake.
Students and families do not have to pay for the computers.
Plus, Spokane Public Schools says it has a way to make virtual learning more accessible. Coming up, what you need to know about this fall's reopening plan.
I'm tracking some of the hottest temperatures of the season coming up this week. Some parts of the inland northwest could see triple digits.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us here. I'm Regina An. We do start here with some breaking news. Protesters are marching across downtown Seattle right now. Several businesses look like they've been broken into. At least one officer was injured and has been taken to the hospital. Officials say 2 people have been arrested. You can see shattered glass right there on your screen. And according to Seattle police, officers say protesters began looting, spray painting walls, and throwing rocks and bottles and some type of explosive device.
Let's stay clear! The bombs are here!
And dozens of women lining up to form a barrier between demonstrators and officers in Portland on Friday. Several participants in what's being referred to as the Moms protest said they were alarmed that federal law enforcement officers were being used to crack down on demonstrations in the city. Multiple videos posted online in recent days show camouflage-clad officers without clear identification badges using force and unmarked vehicles to transport arrested protesters. Now, the use of federal agents is part of the Trump administration's new executive order to protect U.S. monuments. Now, several participants said the presence of federal agents was a deliberate effort to intimidate those protesters out there. Now, those people have gathered around the federal courthouse daily in Portland in the fight to end racism and police brutality. Now turning to some coronavirus headlines, the governor announcing several changes last week. So here's 3 things you need to know. First, he is putting limitations on social gatherings. Second, live entertainment is banned. And third, the governor warned again of possible rollbacks. So let's start with the new gathering mandate here. Starting Monday, counties in phase 2 will continue to only be allowed to have social gatherings of 5 people outside of your immediate family. But here's a big change. Counties in phase 3 will now be limited to no more than 10 people outside of your family. Previously, under phase 3, gatherings were capped at 50 people. Now, currently, Spokane County is in phase 2. Governor Inslee says future rollbacks like this hinge on people wearing their masks and social distancing. The governor is also prohibiting all live indoor and live outdoor entertainment. New tonight at 6, we're watching the number of coronavirus cases after the state released a new report. That reports details of what it calls an explosive situation. Here are those main findings. Cases are increasing statewide, but it specifically calls out Spokane County. Now, the infection rate is highest among people in their 20s, and hospitalizations are also increasing for that age group as well. But here's a positive takeaway there. The health department says changing our behavior makes a difference. The state says Yakima County has seen a sharp decrease in cases since implementing stronger mask and social distancing measures. Well, it's not a traditional place that would come to mind when you think of COVID-19 testing, but as the demand for testing and the backlog to process them rises, places like Rite Aid are offering drive-up testing. KREM 2's Tim Pham tells us how it works.
It's pretty simple. You do have to go online and sign up before you come to one of the locations. In Spokane, you can visit the one on North Division or the one in the Valley. But once you have that appointment, all you have to do is drive up to the pharmacy like you normally would.
You might be used to driving up to pick up your prescriptions at Rite Aid.
Individuals drive through the actual same place you'd pick a prescription up.
Now it's not the only thing you can do in the drive-thru. The retailer is joining the forces to meet the high demand for COVID testing.
We coach you as the participant in doing a nasal swab collection and then get that sent off to a lab to get your results back to you.
The difference here is that you, the person receiving the test, will do it yourself while the pharmacist walks you through the process. The good news is this test is not like the one that goes way up into your nasal cavity.
It's almost like a really big Q-tip with a foam tip. Just goes on the inside part of your nose, maybe halfway up, so a lot less invasive, a lot less uncomfortable.
Customers wonder how effective the test is.
It'd be more comfortable probably, but is it effective? I mean, are you going to go up as far as you need to when you're doing it to yourself? I don't know.
Dr. Chris Altman, a pharmacist with Rite Aid, says it is. Altman says this is a PCR test that is sent to a lab, not a rapid test, which is less reliable and actually less efficient for testing many people.
It's about one test every 15 minutes, so you can't really double up and do 50 people or 100 people at a time because you've got to wait that 15 minutes each time.
The turnaround is anywhere from 48 hours to 7 days. Anyone can get tested. In fact, Rite Aid is encouraging anyone.
We know that individuals are asymptomatic, no history of exposure, and still seeing the virus because they were exposed at some point, just don't remember it.
The test doesn't cost you or Rite Aid anything. They received funding from a federal program to address needs in communities where testing is limited or overwhelmed. Customers like Deb are open to getting a COVID test at the same place they might go to shop.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, you can go to get flu shots and whatnot at Rite Aid or Walgreens or wherever, so I don't know why you couldn't do the same here. For testing.
So while they are saying that anyone can come get this test, they are encouraging people with more severe symptoms to go see their primary care physician instead. We've made it easy for you to find a place where you can get tested. All you have to do is text the word test to 509-448-2000 and we'll send you a link. Reporting in Spokane, I'm Tim Pham, KREM 2 News.
Seems very convenient there. Thanks so much. Well, let's take a break with weather now. Meteorologist Michelle Boss joining me now. So Michelle, another warm day out there. It felt a little warmer than yesterday, but I hear some parts of the inland Northwest could see those 100 degrees this week.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of a cool down Friday and Saturday, but temperatures started to heat up again today, and we should be back into the 90s on Monday. Taking a look outside, it's still pretty warm out there across the region. We have 86 degrees in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Deer Park checking in at 86 as well. Lower 80s in the northern panhandle, but we got widespread 90s from Omak through Wenatchee, Moses Lake, Ritzville, Othello, and down even towards Walla Walla. They could be seeing some triple digits, especially on Tuesday. Right now, visible satellite, just a few of your daily heat of the day cumulus clouds, a few cirrus clouds moving by. That's about it. Mostly sunny skies out there. Expecting mostly clear conditions this evening and overnight. It'll be a mild night with temperatures down into the lower 60s. We'll be up around 90 tomorrow afternoon, mid 90s on Tuesday. That'll be the day places like Moses Lake, Grand Coulee, they could see highs at 100 or warmer. Wednesday will be warm as well. So a 3-day heat wave on the way, Regina.
All right, Michelle, looks good. Thanks so much. Well, with staggering unemployment rates because of the coronavirus, one local photographer will be using his profession to help people get into a job and back into the work field. KREM 2's Brandon Jones explains.
On Wednesday here at the Spokane Valley Mall, if you're in search of a job, you'll have an opportunity to get a free professional headshot.
Oh, I've been taking pictures all my life.
Richard McGuire is a lifelong Spokane resident who started his own photography business last year. Recently, he heard about an opportunity called 10,000 Headshots that he's decided to volunteer for.
Got this idea about getting 200 photographers in all 50 states to take 10,000 headshots in a single day to help unemployed folks or folks trying to get jobs during the COVID thing.
On Wednesday, July 22nd, he's been given a space inside of the Valley Mall to photograph 50 people with complimentary headshots. All you have to do is set up an appointment through a website called Headshot Booker. After that, you'll be provided with tips on what kind of professional attire you should wear before having your picture taken.
I'm sure headshot's only like a little slice of the pie for getting a job, but on LinkedIn, having a decent professional looking shot really does help.
Slots are first come, first serve, and social distancing guidelines will be in place to make it a safe environment. The whole process will only take about 10 minutes, but masks must be worn until the moment you're ready for photos.
We're going to bring all the lighting gear here. That's professional. Folks will come in. It's all a no-touch thing, so they don't have to write anything down. It's all done online. And we'll give them a great professional headshot that they can use the same day.
The 10,000 photos taken throughout the day is the largest single-day initiative in the country. Along with the pictures, training for job sites such as LinkedIn will be provided.
I hope I hear back from somebody if they score work on this, and especially in this season where I know there's employees out there looking for skilled work, but who can, it's a rough time.
From Spokane Valley, Brandon Jones, KREM 2 News.
What a nice gesture there. Awesome. Well, meanwhile, the $600 weekly benefit provided under the CARES Act will end soon. That's unless it's extended by Congress. The last payments will be on claim for the week ending in July 25th. Anyone waiting for back payments will still get that additional $600 when those payments are made. Well, coming up here, there's a ton of options when it comes to what type of masks you can wear tonight. We'll let you know which type of mask is the most effective.